This parliament, by the way, still I think it's very clear political message that we are ready to support to the efforts to find the ways out of this situation, not to let political crisis to be transformed to the institutional crisis of the state, because facing many challenges around in the region, we can't dare to make a situation in Armenian political landscape more unpredictable. So we need government, we need prime minister, we need program, and it's better to have prime minister, any prime minister that, in this case, than to reject another proposal and pull down into snap elections. To succeed, to fix it as a reality. We had two criteria to assist any candidate. First is necessary threshold of the signature, amount of the signature, and the second is calm down the situation on the streets, not blocking the interstate roads, airport, etc. So the man who could cope with these criteria is considered to be Nikol Pashinian, and in case before 8 May he keep these two criteria as promised, as agreed, we will assist his election. It's part of the session decision-making process of our political group. It should. We are honest enough to understand that for this moment, thousands of people, our compatriots, they didn't like the way we want to continue to manage the country. And they believed in another political platform, let him work. Because it's very important, I want to underline again, that for Armenia, time of rhetoric should be in the past. Now it's time of real politics. We will consider ourselves as opposition. I think my personal opinion is that there is no way of any cooperation with new political forces in the framework of the same government. We will not be the part of this government. Any democratic country needs strong opposition, and Republican Party of Armenia will make the idea and the dream of Mr. Pashinian stipulated several years ago and several times to have strong institutional opposition in Armenia true. I think this is not the proper time to talk about the possible common agenda to be discussed or priority list for this transitional government. I think we can come back to this agenda when Mr. Pashinian will be elected and the government will be formed, and political dialogue, political consultations should go forward to set up priority list for all political stakeholders. So it's too early to talk about any concrete steps. As a prime minister, as a future prime minister, he will need to make more actions than rhetoric. And if he really considers as Republican Party of Armenia as a political corpse and that I think he could find ways to cooperate with afterward political forces as well.
General strike with roads blocked across the country, roads blocked to the airports, public transportation, trains. To what, I mean, some people are saying...
And we will not enjoy the failure of Pashinian's government. We will not enjoy it because if it happens in the sense of total disappointment, it will bring Armenia to another vicious circle. So we are very interested not to have a failing government, but we are very interested to have a clear vision which is in compliance with our own visions of Armenia's strategic goals and main priorities. So you see, I think we are quite honest. We will criticize, this criticism should help. We will discuss, and our ideas could foster development of Armenia. But we will not be very interested in the total failure and disappointment of the people, because I can't imagine this emotional frustration that could come up in case all these highly raised expectations are not treated properly.